I'm nervous, Dave.
You better be.
I'm nervous.
You better be.
I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Let me level with everybody. Let me get some stuff off my chest. Obviously, I played for the Philadelphia Eagles. Not as long and nor as successful nor as lucrative as LeSean McCoy, but I played there.
Okay.
Wasn't over Caraway. I was in a stadium. I was in a practice facility. You walk into to the right, my locker was there, 51. I chose. Now, I wasn't allowed to play music. I was one of those guys that had to ask for a jersey number, as LeSean McCoy has suggested. I wasn't one of those guys that got to pick my number. Acho, you look good in 51. So 51, I'm aware. I was a you get a number kind of guy. That was me. But DeMeco Ryans, he was a linebacker when I was in Philadelphia. I walked into the linebacker meeting room. I sat here. DeMeco sat there. Hey, can I get you some coffee, Miko? Hey, you need a pen, Miko? So, DeMeco Ryans, a coordinator for the Niners, you know, I'm tethered to him, affectionately. But the Eagles, they cut me some checks. I'm tethered to that money. Literally, I'm torn. Shady, I'm torn. There's a lot of pressure on this game, a lot of pressure on the quarterbacks. More pressure on Brock Purdy.
Oh, okay. Explain.
Brock Purdy, you have a team full of dudes that have been here before. You got a team full of Trent Williams, George Kittles, Fred Warners, Greenlaws, a team full of Jimmy Wards, a team full of used checks, Ayuks, guys that have been here before, and Jimmy G led them there. Brock Purdy, it's not just the Eagles that's standing in the way of the 49ers getting to the Super Bowl. It's your youth. It's not just the Eagles standing in the way of the 49ers getting to the Super Bowl. It's your perceived ability. It's not just the Eagles standing in the way of the Niners getting into the Super Bowl. It's your young age at the quarterback position. It's on Brock Purdy's shoulders to get the Niners to the Super Bowl. If the Niners do not win this game, more than likely, it will be because of Brock Purdy. I doubt it will be because of Nick Bosa. I doubt it will be because of Warner or Ward. I doubt it will be because of Williams or McCaffrey. Right. It's going to be because of Brock Purdy. So, Brock, the buck stops with you. Like you are holding the fate of all of our producers in your hand. All our producers are 49ers fans. You're holding the fate of the Bay in your hands. You got the whole world
in his hands.
Like, Purdy, that's you. That's you, the itty-bitty babies. So I think all of the pressure as it pertains to the Niners is on Brock Purdy. That is why, Joy, I think Purdy's under more pressure than Jalen Hurts. But Hurts is under pressure, too. So who do you think's under more?
That was very compelling.
That was pretty good.
That was good.
He was in your bag.
So he got the whole world in his
He was in your duffel. He was in your duffel.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, Shady.
Yeah.
I prepped hard to the show.
You're wrong, but it was very good.
You're definitely wrong.
It was very convincing.
Again.
I'm not going to say there's no pressure on Brock Purdy, but in the end, if Brock Purdy looks like a rookie or he doesn't play well, we're going to say he's a rookie. Mm-hmm. And not just any rookie, a seventh-round rookie, and not just any seventh-round rookie, the last of the seventh round.
Right.
So, and that would be, I don't want to use the word fair, it would be reasonable to feel that way.
Yeah.
He didn't ask to be put in this position.
Not at all.
Yet here he is, and he has answered the call so far. Jalen Hurts, however, is in a different situation because he is an All-Pro. He is an MVP finalist.
True.
He is 14-1 this season as a starter. He has the expectations of Philadelphia, and they are reasonable expectations. He's a third year. He's not a rookie.
Right.
Last year, it was actually pretty reasonable to question what he was going to be moving forward. And what did he do? Put in the work in the offseason and came back and said, no, I'm ready. And he answered. So there's absolutely more pressure on Jalen Hurts, and there should be more pressure. He is the guy right now, and he's the future of the Philadelphia Eagles. And as we know, just because you feel like you have this open window and you're going to be here every single year and you're going to get these opportunities again and again, it doesn't always happen that way. So they have a great roster, top to bottom. He's the leader. He's the reason. And he's going to be expected to step up against a really tough team in the Niners this Sunday.
Shady, you're the Eagles' all-time rushing leader, so I can't wait to hear what you have to say. I want you to anchor this. Dave Hellman, you chime in quickly. More pressure, Purdy or Hurts?
I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, everything you said about Brock Purdy is true and fair, but he was thrust into this situation. Football's not fair sometimes. This situation was built for Jalen Hurts. Like, the Eagles' entire game plan was built around, we got this, good young quarterback. We think we can level him up. We'll surround him with some more talent. He'll take the initiative, and we'll be good. And it's been true to this point. They've only lost one game this year with him as the starter. The playoffs go through the link, like home field advantage, all that stuff.
We're going to be there.
Shady McCoy's going to be there. Meek Mill's going to be there. Will Smith's going to be there.
Kevin Hart.
All that stuff. And it's on Jalen Hurts to deliver. I mean, okay, they won their first playoff game. That's cool. But it'll still feel a little bit hollow if you lose one regular season game with your starting quarterback and you don't get to the Super Bowl. Now think about the same collection of talent is on the Eagles roster. Whether it's like Lane Johnson and Jason Kelce who want to experience that again. Yep. There's a lot of good players who weren't here. 2017 is a lifetime in the NFL. From Darius Slay to Bradbury, Hassan Reddick. You think he doesn't want to come back to Philly and feel what that's like to make a run like that? Just as many talented players are going to be disappointed, and they designed this for Jalen Hurts. Brock Purdy stepped into an unprecedented situation. This is all built around Jalen. He's got to deliver.
Yeah, I'm going with Jalen Hurts. I mean, even with Brock Purdy, like he's a rookie. We keep forgetting that. He's doing well, but he's still a rookie. So if things fall short for him, it's like, wow, his upside is going to be tremendous going forward. It's got to be Jalen Hurts. You talked about it, Joy. He's been MVP in talks all year for a reason. Right, and then before the season even started, the biggest question was, what are we going to do with Jalen Hurts at quarterback? Right? That was the biggest question. So what did they do? This Nick Sirianni offense, they changed this for Jalen Hurts. That's not his typical offense, right? Yep. They changed it for him. So we changed his offense for this player, which was a success early, right, and late. Then you add Devon Smith. Yep. Devontae Smith, right? You draft him, and then you bring in A.J. Brown. Yep. So you do all this for this player, and it worked out so far. The question is, we got to finish it. It's not how you start. It's how you finish. Yes, sir. Rocky Balboa showed you that. Yeah, he did. You know what that is? Yeah, of course. You know what that is? I know Joe knows.
The Italian stallion.
That's right, because he's real. Yeah. And I seen what the 49ers did. Listen, when you playing the Eagles, you can never mess with the statue. Rocky Balboa statue, I heard what y'all did to it. We're not happy about that.
What'd they do to it?
They put a flag over it, 49er flag over it.
Ooh.
Like they got Joe Montana at quarterback. They tripping. Wow. Listen.
The Niners faithful roll deep.
That's cursed.
They roll deep.
Okay, I hear what all y'all are saying because of the pressure externally. I was reading this one time, 2-5. I was reading this book, and I was curious because my friend asked me to go hiking, and I was like, it's hard to breathe up there. So I was like, why is it so hard to breathe at altitude? I was curious, so I looked it up. It's hard to breathe at altitude because the pressure in the atmosphere is lower than the pressure inside of your lungs, hence what makes it difficult to breathe. The pressure inside your lungs is more difficult than the pressure in the atmosphere. That, I guess, is how I feel about this Brock Purdy situation. The internal pressure for Brock Purdy is going to be so great. That is what I'm looking at. Externally, I feel y'all. Y'all are entirely correct. Jalen Hurts, he's the all-pro. But internally, that pressure that Brock Purdy is going to have to face, I think, is going to be so great. Let me tell you one story, and then Joy, take it home. 2008. We started at University of Texas. I think we were 11-0. Everybody famously remembers the Michael Crabtree game, Texas Tech. He scores in the end zone.
He did y'all dirty.
Did us dirty.
Oh, man.
Keeps us from going to a national championship. What people don't remember, and this is my friend, he hasn't texted me back, so I'm going to tell this story. Sorry, Blake. What people don't remember was a minute before Michael Crabtree scores on Earl Thomas, one of my closest friends, Blake Gideon, he's a true freshman. Most starts in the history of Texas at the program. He drops an interception. Like the quarterback, Graham Harrell, throws it right to Blake. He drops it. He's a true freshman. He's a freshman, right? You can't blame him for dropping that. But the problem, Joy, was our quarterback, Colt McCoy, was a Heisman finalist. Our wide receiver was a senior. Other wide receiver was a senior. Starting defensive line was Brian Arakpo, first-round pick. Earl Thomas, future Hall of Famer, was in the secondary. Y'all already know how talented we were. So Blake was getting death threats. Blake was getting, you need to retire. Blake was getting, you're worthless. Now, Blake's my dog. I'm like, hey, big dog, we got 3 more years of this. It's going to be all good. I don't fault him. Nobody really faults him. But there was so much pressure knowing of all the links. That was the weak one, Joy. That's why I'm speaking to the internal pressure. But I know you had something to say prior, so go ahead.
Well, first of all, I mean, it's college football fans, so.
They get excited.
Yeah, they do. They get excited.
A separate level.
But you're never going to have a team of all veterans. You're never going to have a team of all fourth-year guys.
Yeah.
You're going to have more freshmen. You're going to have more seniors. You're going to have more veterans. But you're always going to have a rookie out there. You're always going to have a young player mixed with older players. That's how it works. So you have to overcome that inexperience. Now, obviously, we're all giving Brock a lot of grace in the situation, and I think we should.
Yeah.
Like, it's unreasonable to expect that of him. But it seems to me that Brock has handled that internal pressure just fine from the start. They were speaking very highly of him very early from the moment he stepped out there. So he's been very poised. He's been more poised than some players who aren't rookies this year.
Don't do it, Dave. Don't do it, Shady. Like, I swear it was coming. I swear I could hear Dak Prescott.
I didn't see
from
that.
the
I was ready for it.
I was
Purdy only been there for a couple. Only been there for a couple months.
Don't.
Yeah.
He's new to the team. Like, so I agree with her. I agree with her.
I felt it coming, too.
I've seen nothing. I'm not predicting that he's going to play like a rookie. I haven't seen him play like a rookie. I've seen him make some throws that were, a little ridiculous, and the all-pros made it work. Some plays that weren't really went the way that they were supposed to go, and because they're that good, they figured it out. But he's playing as well as can be expected.
Correct.
And I don't think he's going to fall apart just because it's now the NFC Championship. Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.